Today we're going to talk about some spring and summer trends that I think will age well. This is how I integrate trends into my wardrobe. I don't buy anything anymore unless I could wear it all the time, or if it's a seasonal piece, unless I could pull it out every spring and summer season. First thing are these beaded belts. I think that this is very similar to like these necklaces. There's something about them that definitely balances my outfit out and adds something to every single super simple outfit. So if I had the beaded belt, I probably wouldn't use my sweater as an accessory because that's kind of like what I use this for, which I'll talk about more in this video. I styled a bunch of pieces like this. So if I had a beaded belt, I would eliminate the sweater that I'm wearing and obviously this beaded necklace, and I feel like it just does the work. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be incorporating into my wardrobe. I haven't really looked at like stores that have them. I'll try to find some for you guys, but you can definitely just make this yourself. I'm probably gonna end up doing that. So yeah, these beaded belts, I'm seeing them everywhere. And when I say I'm seeing them everywhere, I'm personally seeing them everywhere. I don't know. I don't even know if half of these things are actually like trends. They're just things that I'm personally seeing everywhere on social media, or like something that I saw in person, things that like really have been catching my eye for this season. A beaded belt or just any accent belt, it just adds so much. It balances your outfit so much right at the center that you don't really have to add much more. Cinching at your waist with anything like we talked about. So I use long sleeves all the time. Sweaters. I have an entire collection of cashmere sweaters, which I use to add color to my outfit. Sarongs, silk scarves. We're seeing strings or pieces of fabric, which this is something that you can make yourself. You can get like an old t-shirt or something and just make yourself a belt, stretch it out so that it removes the little fringes after cutting. And you can just cinch anything, an oversized shirt or like a dress, a very like baggy dress or something. So whatever you have. So these two sweaters that I'm featuring in this video that I'm tying around my waist are actually by Quint, and they are kindly sponsoring this video. I've talked about these cashmere sweaters so much. I love them. This is the regular one. I have this one in multiple colors. I've also recently integrated the more oversized version. I love pale yellow, especially for this time of year, but I've been loving it in combination with other colors, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. I also got this tank top from them, which I own in white. I sized down in this. I'm usually a medium. I got this one in a small, and I think it's the perfect fit. Like there's something about it that is so flattering. This is probably my favorite color of brown ever. It's a taupey brown. If you needed proof, here's my water bottle, which is something that I really love about Quint. When they do colors, they do them so right. So cinching with just anything, but these cashmere long sleeves I love so much. So yeah, I styled a couple of pieces from them. I'm going to show you throughout this video. I'm so excited to show you what I got because they are so good, as they always are. If you guys aren't familiar with Quint, I've mentioned them so many times on my channel for a good reason. They offer so many different things. I have their bedding for both my bedroom and my son's bedroom. I'm about to purchase some for my daughters because we just got a little bed for her, and I love those things so much. I think they're such good quality. They just get better the more that I wash them. And same thing with their clothes. These are just pieces that I know are going to last forever. I've had them already for years. I can really attest to the way that they wash, the way that they wear, and I'm personally very happy with all of the pieces that I've tried from them. One of my favorite things about Quint is that they're sustainable, but they're able to retain this lower price tag. The reason that they're able to do this is because they have a factory direct model. What that means is that they just cut out the supply chain middlemen. And yeah, they're sustainable, so whenever possible, they choose organic materials, environmentally conscious packaging, and they have ethical business practices. They have free shipping on all orders, and they have 365-day returns. Yes. 365-day returns. So yeah, thank you so much, Quint, for sponsoring this video. I'm going to style all the pieces that I got from them, so stay tuned, and I'll link every single thing down below. So speaking of these color combinations, color blocking, or just using colors to add something to your outfit, but specifically combining, like it doesn't necessarily have to be color blocking with actual clothes, like wearing like a blue shirt with yellow, even though that is one of the combinations that I really love. Just something like this, like adding the pale yellow and then adding a little brown or red necklace or an accessory that is doing the color blocking for you. Or if you don't feel comfortable color blocking or wearing two different colors, just throwing something a little fun on, having a little fun. Throwing something that's going to add a little bit of spring or summer to your outfit. And that's why I just think that this works. But brown and yellow, especially the fact that this is kind of like a taupey cool brown, or just any shade of yellow or blue together, I love it so much. I recently got a burgundy bag. It's kind of like reddish in some lights, burgundy in other, purple in others, and I just love mixing it with blues or with other colors, just using it to color block. So you don't necessarily have to color block with 2 pieces of clothes. You can use an accessory. Go into your closet, pull out any 2 colors that you think would work together and put it onto your outfit. Start with a simple base and just use those 2 colors to add a little something to your outfit. And I just think it's like my new favorite thing to do. So I got this other cashmere blue sweater. This is Quint's oversized one. So I styled it 3 different ways, either on the shoulders or on the waist. This one lays so nicely. It just lays straight. It's just a wider, like boxier fit, which I really, really like, especially if you want to layer this on top of a shirt, which I showed you guys. These relaxed fit long sleeve outfits. You could also get the same look with an oversized, just boxy tee and then throwing a long sleeve under it. Doesn't necessarily have to be something that's also relaxed if you don't own a relaxed long sleeve. I got this one from Quint's, and this one's more of a boxier, more cropped fit, which I was worried about when I saw it. I'm like, I don't know if this is the vibe that I'm gonna like, but then I put it on and this just works so good with higher waisted things, which is usually what I opt for. I am dabbling into mid-waist a little more. I do not touch low-waisted things. I don't care how in style it is, especially now. I'm like 4 months postpartum, so I'm sticking to my higher waisted things, but now I'm opting for something that's not as high-waisted. So this cut of a long sleeve just works for tucking a side in, which is how I've been styling my shirts. So if it's something that's tighter, I just kind of don't tuck it in. I leave it like this. And if it's something that's more loose, I tuck it in on the side instead of doing a French tuck nowadays. And I just think that this length works perfectly because you don't have all the extra fabric. And even if you leave it tucked out, it just looks so good. And it's a very lightweight, airy, comfortable long sleeve, perfect for this time of year. This is a staple, but it's something that I'm seeing everywhere. Obviously, it's going to age very well. It's just a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt, shades of blue, any shade of blue, button-ups, sweaters, dresses, skirts, especially this kind of like muted blue. I don't know exactly what you would call it. Is it like a robin blue? It's kind of like a more toned down blue than a sky blue, or like a periwinkle blue mixed with a darker shade, or like a deeper shade of blue. I love so much. Or just like blue in general. Adding it to your outfit, mixing it, using it to color block like we talked about. Just blues everywhere. I always pull out for this time of year and I'm seeing it everywhere. I got this dress from them, which now I own in 3 colors because it's just so good. I love dressing it down, throwing some flip-flops on, and just wearing it very casually is my favorite way to wear it. But obviously this is a beautiful dress. You could definitely wear heels with it and make it fancier, but for day to day, I just think that you can definitely dress it down and make it a lot more wearable. It's such a beautiful fabric as well. It's like this ribbed, kind of like accordion style ribbing. Color is just stunning. I love blues. Like every time I wear blue and like I look at a picture, or if I film wearing blue and I look back at the footage, I always love the way that it looks. I think that it's such a beautiful, flattering color. I wear their denim blue. I think it's called their denim blue color long sleeve. Now they've incorporated a couple more pieces in this color and it is such a stunning color. It's like this, again, this robin blue. I think that's what the color blue is, the shade of blue. I don't know, but it's just perfection. And every single time that I wear it in any outfit, I get so many questions on it because it's just such a beautiful little pop of something. So I've been trying to incorporate more blues into my wardrobe. I have no idea where the audio for when I was talking about the skirt went, but here we are. This is the last thing that I got from Quint, and it is this beautiful blue linen skirt. Tell me this is not the most perfect shade of blue you've ever seen. I am so in love with it. I know I'm gonna wear it a ton for the spring and summer. The length is perfect. I have a couple of skirts from them and they just lay so nicely. It's not clinging onto anything. And it's just such a flattering fit and something that you can dress up and down. Cinched bags, whether they're bigger or smaller. I'm seeing small ones, like very small, petite ones. Been seeing those everywhere. Love them. There's so many different types. And it's something that you could just use like crossbody and it adds a little something. It's like a perfect accessory, a dainty little bag that you can throw on. But if you want something more practical that you can fit more stuff in, my cinched bag from Songmont. This is their gathered bag. They have a couple colors. It is perfection. This is like one of my favorite if not my favorite designs that Songmat has ever done. The cinching creates this texture. It just adds that element of texture to your outfit on top of it being just, you know, an accessory. This sheer fabric, throwing a contrasting like bandeau top or strapless top underneath, maybe an off the shoulder one I've been seeing. I love them. Or skirts. Dish does a good one. Just like sheer. Adding it, there's something about it that just adds so much more to your outfit. It's kind of like doing layering for you, because the fact that you can see the whatever you're wearing underneath, whether it's your skin or it's a different color or a contrasting color or a bralette or whatever it is, it's adding another element and it's giving that effect of layering. But it's a very, very, very breathable fabric. Obviously it's very sheer. So this is another thing on my wish list that I want to add to my wardrobe. Long tops still. Whether it's a tunic top or just like a very exaggerated long top. I've been seeing strapless ones or tank tops. Ideally, like I think the best version of this would be a tank top that you can just like use for layering. I think that again, everything that I'm talking about just adds so much to your outfit, whether it's the silhouette or the color or the texture. It's just adding so much more to your very simple outfits. And for this time of year, I'm really loving strapless ones or just like a good long tank top. These gaps in my wardrobe, which is another topic that I want to talk about. I'll probably film a video on it. Nowadays, if I don't literally write things down the moment that I think of it, I will forget. It's out of my mind completely in like 5 seconds. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into rooms nowadays and I forget what I walked into the room for in the first place. And that's on poor sleep quality. Loungy chic. Specifically, I talked about like the gray pants, but just this style of pant. Cinched, like a thin cinched waist pant. You can wear them high-waisted or low-waisted, and they're this beautiful drapey fabric, but I've seen pointelle, just like any of this same style. This is just something that, yes, it gives very loungy vibes, but it's definitely something that you can dress up and elevate, and you can just wear it with everything, and I love the look of it. This is just like a more casual version of wide leg trousers or dressier trousers, but just accessorizing it in a way where you can leave the house and it doesn't look like you're wearing loungewear. Off the shoulder tees, I'm a sucker for off the shoulder, always have been. It's one of my favorite silhouettes, and you could either do like full off the shoulder, but I've just been seeing like off one shoulder, and specifically t-shirts, and also like the sheer fabric that I talked about, just like off one shoulder. It's a more elevated silhouette than a regular t-shirt, and I just think that it really kicks any outfit up a notch, any simple outfit up a notch, as opposed to wearing just a tank top. You just throw one of these on. Something about it that is more feminine than a regular t-shirt. Personally, I think that this is actually something that would work better for me because I have broad shoulders. So when I wear regular t-shirts, especially a light t-shirt or like a white t-shirt, my shoulders look even bigger. But when you pop one little shoulder out, it kind of gives the illusion of more balanced shoulders. So I have pieces that are off both shoulders, but I don't think I own just off one shoulder, especially not like a t-shirt. Finally, I'm gonna give you guys a little bonus. Long shorts. I've talked about it already like 3 times, and the good thing, or the reason why I think that this is something that will age well, is because you could always roll it up. You can cut them if you want, you can hem them, but I love a good A-line. I'm actually looking for, I don't even know if this exists, but I'm looking for shorts that are kind of like a barrel cut. If anybody knows where I can find them, like this is just something, I don't know if this is something I saw in my head or something I saw on Pinterest, but if we could find a longer short that is not like your typical Bermuda or like a tailored short, a tailored long short, if we could find some barrel style long shorts, not capris, not regular pants or like more cropped pants that are barrel. I'm talking shorts that are longer, maybe like almost knee length or knee length, but they flow out in a way that is like very barrel like. If we can find that, if you guys can help me find that, that'll be swell. I'll try. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's kind of like the vision that I have for these long shorts. So yeah, that is everything for this video. Again, be sure to check out the description. I'm going to link everything that I talked about from Quint's as well as their website down below, and be sure to add things, like create an account and add things to your wish list. I do this because they have a lot of pieces that come in and out of stock. So whenever it does come back in stock, I get an email. So just sign up for notifications if there's something you really want, but maybe your size is out of stock, because they're constantly bringing things back in stock. So yeah, I will see you in my next video.